So there's a Latino rapper. I don't know exactly where he's from. I'm assuming he's from California, either California or Texas. And he said in an interview that he will not sign, to a black person. His name is Swifty Blue. And in the interview, he was giving detail on, how they get down in prison politics, and just how his gang gets down. He started to go into the gang politics, but he didn't want to because I don't know if that's a private matter or it must just be a part of the literature, which is their knowledge, their books, their how they're structured, pretty much. Now, one of my favorite podcasts, one of my favorite YouTubers to watch is the rapper Willie D. And he was highly offended, by him saying that he doesn't want to sign with blacks. Now, Willie D, I don't know his history, but I don't know if he's done any prison time or any jail time or or spent any time in California or the West Coast. Now, me just being a jailbird, I've been to jail on the West Coast in Arizona, and it's highly based off of people sticking with their race, not borrowing pencils, not trading food, avoiding fighting with another race at all costs, not borrowing a pencil sharpener, not sitting with, uh, with people outside your own race even, unless you don't have a choice. But at the end of the day, I don't think it was on some hatred, destruction, racist type of stuff. He is just simply, what he said to me made a lot of sense. Not because I agree with it, but I understand where he's coming from, just being a part of that culture. Now, I'm not a gangbanger. I'm wearing this red bandana because my do-rag that I have is too hot. The other one got tore up, and I like to keep my head wrapped and covered for spiritual purposes when I record. So at the end of the day, just understanding that he's been in and out of jail and possibly prison a lot, and he's not used to being able to trust black people and interacting with black people. So why would you want somebody to handle your whole career if you're not familiar with their culture, you're not familiar with them as a people? I don't think I don't think that would be wise for him to do. If he really feels like he doesn't understand black people and he's just used to keeping his distance, he feels more comfortable signing with somebody that's Mexican. I say all power to him, man. I don't think that has anything to do with hatred. It has everything to do with fear and ignorance and him just being wise. Like you, if somebody, okay, look at it like this. NWA. I'm not from Compton. I'm not from over there. So I don't know if it's like Chicago, where you can grow up and the only place that you see white people is in a police car or in a police uniform and on TV. Now, if Compton is anything like that, they don't even have white teachers. They don't have white doctors. It's all black, 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 black. If if everything around you is black, I will understand why you don't want to put your life in the hands of a person that you haven't seen do anything positive for your community and that you've been programmed to be afraid of them there, afraid of or to not trust. The fact that we could use NWA as an example, look what happened to them. Only two people in NWA end up having some real money, and the third person is no longer with us because of their trust of somebody that doesn't look like them that they didn't grow up around. Now again, I don't know if Compton how diverse Compton is or these neighborhoods that these NWA members grew up in, but I have to say, if they didn't grow up around any white people, that was dumb to just trust somebody to just trust somebody that's not black. If you don't If you don't understand their culture, you don't understand what they have going on, you don't understand how they communicate, and you don't understand their history. I don't think dude is a racist. I don't think he hates black people. He said something very important. He said two things: jail, culture, and he said we're integrated. We're integrated, we mess with each other, we're not segregated, but we're not integrated to the point where I speak the language of the black people. I wouldn't sign with the black people because I don't understand their culture. I know black people like that right now. But they're not racist. They don't hate black people. They just stereotype so much. They don't want their children going to school with black people, little black kids. They look at the statistics of the school being, their test scores being low, and they see who's there, and they're not blaming it on the teachers. They're blaming it on the students being black. So they don't want their children to go to that school. And they didn't grow up around predominantly black people. And I understand they're limited and they're thinking. They have fears. They have the blinders on. So I understand, bro. He might just. I don't want to make another race money. Why would I want to generate millions and millions of dollars to make another race money? Why would I want to take my race? Because he's Mexican. Most of his audience is going to be Mexican. 99% of his audience is going to be Mexican. I'm not, again, no racist shit, but I'm not riding around listening to the Chicano rap all day. Most of the people I listen to are black. So me giving my money to a black artist so they could give it to a white man to make the white man richer and richer and richer every time I play this song, it's dumb. It's ignorant, but I do it anyway because I don't have much of a choice. I don't know a lot of black people that are signed to black people that are signed to black people, and the black dollar stays in the black community. So a Mexican listening to a Mexican giving his hard-earned Mexican money to a hard-working Mexican artist to give it to a black person, and you don't understand what's going on in their community and their culture, when you could be giving it to somebody who looks like you, totally fucking understandable, bro. Totally understandable. Do I think you're racist? No. No, I don't. I think you're a proud Mexican dude. I think you have spent a lot of time incarcerated to the point where you haven't had the pleasure to experience black people and black culture, to the point where you're comfortable with doing business with a black person. Not saying that I don't trust black people are sneaky, black people do this, black people do that, automatically can't trust them. They had slaves, they're lazy, they want reparations, so I don't trust them, man. They stink and I just don't like them. He didn't say all of that. He said nothing of the sort. Was he thinking it? Who knows? I'm not the thought police. I don't really care. I don't listen to bro. I'm probably not going to, but I don't listen to him. And I want you to think what you want to think, because I'm not the thought police. I don't even know if I could say that word, if it'll flag my video. But I'm not the thought police. And Willie D said one more thing. He said that he doesn't respect people who are openly racist, or will openly say that they don't like you. Now, this goes back to people saying the thing about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is openly ignorant and openly puts his dislikes and likes on the table. I don't care if I don't care what people think until it starts to affect me. If you're doing your job, just like my managers, not at the job I work at currently, managers I had previously, I don't care if you're racist, because that's a thought pattern. When you act on it, that's one thing, but you're doing your job, you're managing me correctly. You're managing the environment correctly. Stuff is not messed up over here. I know people that's cool, that's blatantly not racist, but they're fucking the job up. You're making the environment unsafe and inconducive to my personal growth. So you could be racist and do your job, and you could be cool and fuck it up. So that obviously has nothing to do with your decision making skills, and the choices that you make, because that doesn't have anything to your thoughts, and your personal mind has nothing to do with me until you act on it, and it harms me. So I want you to think whatever you want, bro. I want you to think whatever you want until it harms me and the people I love. Is none of my business. It's really not. And if everybody thought the same, bro, we wouldn't be able to learn from each other and grow. And life would be boring. And we would all die the same day. All right. It's Aaron Moses. I'm the band, you the band, we the band together, man. Life is in the breath. Breathe it in. Peace.